I rise today in support of H.R. 1309, the Workplace Violence Prevention Act. I also rise today to share Tina Suko's story with the House of Representatives. Tina is my constituent, and she's a proud Iowan, wife, mother, grandmother, and AFSCME member. She's also a dedicated nurse who has spent 15 years caring for those living with mental health conditions. Tragically, this tough and thick-skinned woman with a great sense of humor and a natural gift for helping people can now no longer physically work. More than a year ago, Tina was horribly injured at the state of Iowa's Independence Mental Health Institute in my district, as an aggressive patient triggered a call for additional assistance. Although Tina was working in a different section of the campus at the time, she made her way over to help with about a dozen other coworkers. For roughly 45 minutes, the patient was erratic and repeatedly threatened to hurt the first person that tried to get close to him. When nothing worked to calm him, a supervisor grabbed a padded shield. But see, nobody knew in the facility that the facility even had this equipment, and they weren't trained to use it. As her coworker approached with the shield, Tina became trapped between it and the patient. He hit Tina in the head so many times, she lost consciousness. After dedicating her career and her life to caring for others, Tina was now the one in need. Since then, she's been in and out of surgeries, and the emotional damage remains. That day was the worst day of Tina's life. But sadly, the state has made it worse by denying her unpaid time off request and kicking her off the payroll. Tina wants her story shared today so that employees like her are protected. And I'm personally upset that that's harder to do in states like Iowa. You see, in 2017, I was a state representative in Iowa who spent 2 days fighting back against the gutting of collective bargaining in my state, where they went after our teachers, our corrections officers, our bus drivers, and folks like Tina. I stood on that floor and I voted no. Unfortunately, we didn't have the votes, and that bill passed, and they gutted the rights of, again, folks like Tina all across my state. And Iowa's working families are continuing to pay the price for those politically motivated attacks. And nearly 1,000 jobs in our state have actually been eliminated since 2011. These staffing shortages because of this and the failure to train employees on vital safety measures have put lives like Tina's on the line. In that same facility, and several other employees have been attacked in the last year.
I yield an additional minute.
Okay. Have been attacked in the last year.
Recognized for an additional minute.
In other facilities across the state, they have been attacked in the last year. It is unconscionable. This isn't how you treat people. And the law also created a system that was rigged against working people, forcing employees to go through costly recertification processes and trying to stop them from being able to collectively bargain and being able to fight for their rights. But luckily for us in Iowa, our public employees are strong. They banded together and they were recertified, and I am proud to represent them. Today, I'll be casting this vote for Tina Suko, who I know is watching at home today. This bill will require places like the state of Iowa to stop failing their employees by requiring workplace protections, and is a first step in protecting Iowans on the front lines. I'm standing with our hardworking men and women today who ask for a safe workplace, and now I'm standing with them on the floor of the U.S. House, proudly voting yes for them and folks all across my state. And now I'd also like to submit a letter from AFSCME in support of H.R. 1309, and I yield back the remaining balance of my time.